Welcome back to Central Valley Business. We like to feature businesses, services, events, things going on in and around Fresno and the San Joaquin Valley. We have absolutely a fascinating service that is going on in our area that we don't even know about. Roy Bell.
Thank you.
I got the name right?
Yes.
And your organization is Garden of Innocence.
Garden of Innocence.
Why don't you tell us what you do?
Garden of Innocence is an organization to give discarded and unidentified babies a dignified burial in the community.
Okay. Babies that have been abandoned, or they don't care about them, or their mother dies or is on drugs or in jail or whatever happens, but there are probably more babies than we think about because we're not conscious of it that don't have somebody to see them to their final resting place.
Normally those babies would go to the coroner's office, and after 90 days they are cremated and then would normally be commingled with anybody and everybody in the pauper's field. And we just feel like that's not a proper place for a baby.
And now, what was the genesis of this organization? Where did it start?
It actually started by a lady in San Diego, Elisa Davies, who had heard about a discarded baby, and it broke her heart that it was not going to be given a normal burial. And so she started the garden in 1999 in San Diego, and there are now multiple gardens throughout California.
Would you call them chapters or organization of the organization?
Yes.
So we have a Fresno chapter then.
Absolutely.
When did that start?
Started in 2012, and
fairly new then.
Yes. November of 2012, we buried 23 babies. The first burial.
Wow.
And we had 2 burials in last year. And then we are having a burial this Saturday, the 25th, excuse me. And we have 8 babies that we are going to give a dignified burial to.
Now, how did you come to get involved in this organization?
Well, I heard about it through the cemetery. Mountain View Cemetery on Belmont was, they opened a section to give Garden of Innocence a place for these babies out of the kindness of the cemetery board and directors. And I was asked if I wanted to be involved. And once you hear about it, once you're there, it's hard not to be involved. So that's how I got involved. And I'm now on the board of the local Fresno chapter.
You get involved, you end up on the board.
It happens that way somehow.
Well, good. Now, if somebody wants to help, do you take contributions?
Absolutely. We would love donations. We would also love to see the community be at the cemetery on Saturday, the 25th, to be a part of the ceremony. What we do is all the people that come to the ceremony, we make a circle of all these people, and then we bring the babies to the circle, and the babies go around so that the babies are now touched and loved, and then they're given a dignified burial. Now,
if somebody wants to get involved, is there a website or a way
Yes, there's a website, goifresno.gmail.com or at gmail.com.
goifresno@gmail.com. GOI, Garden of Innocence. And if somebody wants to make a contribution, I guess they could inquire there as well.
Exactly.
I would imagine you need contributions.
Absolutely,
This is not a cheap, inexpensive process.
Well, the cemetery has been kind enough to give us the land, and so we have local woodworkers making urns. We have ladies that are making blankets. Each baby is given their own urn, a handmade blanket, Beanie Baby, and they get their own flower and their own coffin, and so it's very nice.
Very nice. Well, if you'd like to get involved, go to GOI
Fresno at
gmail.com.
gmail.
Fresno at gmail.com. Or call us here at Central Valley Talk. We'll plug you in if you didn't get the email right. Roy, I appreciate what you do.
Thank you.
I appreciate you coming by to tell us about it. I had no idea.
Well,
I'm trying not to be real sad. It's kind of gets you a little misty-eyed.
It's a sad situation, but at the end, it's an uplifting situation because these babies are now buried with friends, and they each get a new name, and they're in a wonderful place.
Wonderful place. Did we skip anything? I always rush my...
No, I think we got it.
People say, Mike, let your guest talk. You know, okay, right. Well, we appreciate it. You're watching Central Valley Talk. If you want to learn more about this or any organization, service, or business that you see on this show, many of the interviews are reposted on our YouTube page. If you go to YouTube, type in Central Valley Talk, no spaces, and search up, you'll find our page. You can find a lot of these select interviews on that page. Also, go to our site. You're probably watching the site right now, centralvalleytalk.com, and go to our YouTube site, and you can see these interviews again. We'll be back with more right after this.